Hi everyone. In this video, as I promised, I want to talk about our term paper and how you are going to write the paper, how you can choose the topic. So basically, this is a microeconomic class. So I want you to pick a micro topic and to just make sure that your topic is right. It is not too broad. You can find enough information about it or whatnot. I want you actually to send me your topics before you start writing your paper, and that will be our first deadline basically for our term paper. So you have two deadlines. The first one is for the topic, and that deadline, actually, if you meet that deadline, you will get 10 points because your term paper has 100 points, and then the 90 points will go to our last deadline, which is when you submit basically the completed paper. So for now, I want you to think about your topic and let me know if you have any question. There is no right or wrong here when you submit your topics for me. Even if your topic is macroeconomics, you're still going to get that 10 point. The point of this activity is just to make sure that you have something to think about, to write about, and more importantly, your topic is correct. It's microeconomics, because you don't want to submit a topic that is macroeconomic at the end of the semester and lose all the points, okay? So if you are not familiar with micro topics, I would definitely recommend you guys to start looking at the textbook, starting from chapter 6 till the end of the textbook. All those topics are microeconomics. So you can get ideas, but anything that is related to firms and businesses, as you might know by now, is a microeconomic topics. So do not write about unemployment rate for the whole country, let's say during pandemic. That's a macroeconomic topic, but you can break it down and make it actually microeconomics. How? You can write about unemployment rate, let's say in city of Houston. That's about unemployment, which is a macro topic, but that's okay. But you are focused on just one city, Houston. That's a micro topic, okay? So if you write about economic, the economy, state of, let's say, a city, a firm, a business, these are all microeconomic topics, okay? So the first step for you is to choose your topic. And again, I'm here to help you. So when you are done with submitting your topics to me, and you're not going to send me any email, everything is on D2L. Basically, there will be a Dropbox there is a Dropbox, actually, I made it on a D2L. So if you just go to D2L and click on course activities and then assignments, you should be able to find that folder, that Dropbox that says term paper topics, okay? So as soon as the deadline is over, I will go and review all your topics, and then you will get basically feedback from me. If I tell you it's okay, then you can start writing and researching about your paper. If there is something wrong with your topic, I will tell you, okay, to contact me and let's brainstorm and basically find you another topic, okay? So that has 10 points. Okay, when you submit your paper, you will get 10 points automatically. Even if your topic is wrong, you will still get that 10 point. 90 points will go to your paper. Your paper should be MLA. Let me open it up. So I put information about the term paper on the syllabus, and also if you go again to the content tab on D2L, that's my dog. If you are hearing that voice here, he's playing with one of his toys. I'm sorry about that. And also, if you go to D2L and go to the content tab, I also created a folder where I put basically separate information about the term paper on another handout where you can find more information about the paper. There is a limit in terms of the number of words, again, that you are putting in the paper. The paper should be at least 800 words without your resources, without citation. The maximum is 1,200. If it's more than 1,200, it's still okay. Do not worry about that, but please just make sure that it's not less than 800 without your citations, okay? Or for instance, I put information about the font that you should write, the size, and all this stuff. You need to have at least five sources, and I want them to be basically scientific sources. What I mean by that, YouTube is not a scientific source. Investopedia is not a scientific source. You can use news and stuff, but just make sure that your news is also, it's valid, is do some sort of fact checking before you use it. Also remember that our library has tons of good economic journals, papers, okay? So you can use them when you are writing your paper, when you're doing your research. Something that I should add actually about the topic for the paper is the topic, I'm just gonna, sorry about that. I had to take a little pause. So what I was saying was that for the paper, the only information that I need from you for the topic, the only information that I need from you is basically in a Word file, write your name, your course number, your section number, and have a research question, okay? For instance, just don't just write Amazon. Amazon is a broad topic. What aspect of Amazon you are going to write about? So have a little research question, something that you are going basically to discuss and answer when you are going to write your paper, okay? If you have your resources, because you should do a little research before you choose your topic, right? So if you have your resources, you can also add your resources, but you don't have to, okay? So that's about topic. That's one thing that I basically forgot to mention about the topics. So for the paper, as I mentioned, it's an MLA format. So you need to have basically, again, your name, your course number, section number, my name. You should have a little introduction, what you're basically going to discuss in the paper. Then you are going to write about the paper. That's your discussion part. That's basically the major part of your paper, where you are going to answer the research question that you raised in the introduction. And to support your answers and your discussions, it's better to use data, statistics, charts if possible, okay? And most of the time with economic topics, we do have data and statistics. So I want you also to use them, okay? Because it validates basically your answers and your discussions. And then at the end, you need to have a conclusion and then your sources, okay? That's pretty much it. And if you check the syllabus, I also basically put a little table there where you can see how I'm going to grade. You can basically check out the rubric that I put and how I'm going to grade and evaluate your paper. For instance, I want you to use economic language and have some economic analysis throughout your paper, because again, this is an economic course and you're basically it's your term paper. So you're kind of submitting it toward the end of our class. So I want you to show me that you learned a few economic terminologies and definitions when you are discussing your paper, okay? That's basically the whatever I wanted to discuss about the paper. Let me know if you have any question. I'm looking forward to my students' paper every semester, believe it or not, because I learned a lot from your papers, guys, because sometimes you come up with topics that I never actually heard about or never thought about. They are most of the times very, very interesting. I love reading them. I'm looking forward actually to reading them, because it shows how deep you are thinking and how much you understood actually about the topic and about our class, okay? So and it allows me actually to know you a little bit more, because this is an online class, but throughout writing and everything, I can learn basically how you're thinking, okay? So please let me know if you have any question choosing your topic. Let me know when you start writing your paper. Let me know if you have any question about how formatting your paper, how writing your paper. I always recommend my students to take their papers to our amazing writing center that we have in Lone Star Cypher on our campus. They might need you to book an appointment if you want to go in person. I really don't know about their policies right now and for fall. I know that they had actually limited, they would accept limited number of students in the past because of COVID. I'm not sure if their policies has changed, but you can always email them and ask. But this is an online class, so I'm pretty sure that you are kind of familiar with our online resources. So just send them an email and they can give you some feedback just to make sure that your format is right, your grammar is right. So why not? Okay. So somebody can give you some feedback before you submit it to me. Again, do not email me anything. Everything will be through Dropbox on D2L. I cannot emphasize enough. If the deadline is over, too late, don't email me, you will get 0. So plan ahead. So I'm telling you, we're giving you all the information right now. So start thinking about your topic. Start researching about your topic anytime that you have time, okay? Do not write your paper the night before the deadline. I can tell if you worked hard and you spend, let's say, 2-3 weeks writing it, or you just wrote it a night before the deadline, okay? So it's easy to get 100 for the paper if you just pay attention to what I just told you, the expectations about the paper, and basically do some research. You can learn, okay? Try to pick a topic. I always tell my students that you enjoy and you like, because if you like your topic, you can spend hours finding some information about it, okay? So I'm here to help you throughout the way. Just reach me, shoot me an email if you have any question. All right, good luck. Till next time.